How was your nap after restorative yoga? So it might not be a workout, but all right. Let me change this view. Thank you for shutting that. Okay.
I don't need people creeping on me when I
Yeah, right by the door, huh? All right, Paige, I can get you a bolster. I'm gonna keep the mats out just in case somebody shows up. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And we're gonna get started in child's pose, everybody. So use the bolster if you'd like. You can go long ways on the mat. If you opt out of that, you can bring the knees wide, bend forward at the hips, and stretch your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Really lengthening the spine here. If you've got that bolster under the belly, you can really let it release through any hold through the hips. Release onto that bolster. If you're at home, couch cushions, blankets, pillows, all awesome options. We're going to be in this space for a number of breaths here. Nothing to focus on here except just big inhales and exhales. Maybe you walk your fingertips just a little bit more towards the top of the mat. You can stay here if this feels good, or maybe you want a little bit of side flexion. Walk your fingertips off one side of your mat or the other. If you go towards the right, maybe you stack the left hand on top of the right hand. Send your left hip the opposite direction of your wrists, inviting a lot of space in the left side body. As you breathe in, feel the breath fill the lungs. And as you breathe out, feel the body settle into the space. One more breath here. And if you'd like to balance on the other side, gently walk the hands through midline. Other side of your mat, maybe you stack the hands, maybe not. Imagine a long space from the wrist to the hips. And then with your breath in, feeling the lungs inflate. And as you breathe out, feeling the body rest and release. One more breath here. Come back through center just for 2 breaths. Really lengthening the spine. Maybe press all 10 fingertips into the mat, lifting the palms. Maybe feeling a different sensation. And when you're ready, come on up to a tabletop. We will work into some cat-cows. We're going to do a little bit of hip extension in this as well. I'll add it on after we get into it. But with the cat-cow, your hands are going to stack underneath the shoulders. Knees come around underneath the hips. And then tucking the toes or flat toes, doesn't matter here, it's your preference. Sometimes I find that the tucked toes helps a little bit more balance though. As you exhale, round through your spine. Bring the belly button up towards the spine and tuck your chin towards your chest. And then now if you're imagining the floor, you could press it away from you. Really push your hands into the earth. Good. Breathe out. And as you breathe in, nice and slow, drop the belly. Pick the chin up, look forward, and tip your tailbone to the sky. Maybe blink your eyes closed. And feel the length in the front line of the belly. Breathe in. And breathe out back to your cow. Good. You can move here with your breath. If you want to work in that hip extension here, we're going to do both sides. Start with your left or right leg, does not matter, and you extend it out so it's in line with your hip. Your hands will stay the same. And you might get a little less movement here through the hips and through the spine. But we're doing the same cat-cow movement. Maybe you do 2 or 3 here and switch out the legs if you try this out. Exhale to round. Inhale to drop the belly. And balance it out if you choose. In a few moments after this, we will come back to our seats and we'll get into that breath work as promised. So if you're sick of being on your knees, you can meet us on the seat and we'll be there in a few moments. Go ahead and finish out your cycle. And then once you come to your seat, however's comfortable for you, it doesn't need to look any certain way. We're going to get into our breath work. So some of you may have heard of 4-7-8 breathing. It's like the gold star for helping relieve anxiety, helping kind of bring you back into the present moment. So it's called 4-7-8 because that's the count we will do. We will inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. I will count for you. You guys just breathe. Sitting how you are, sit up nice and tall. You can blink your eyes closed or maybe just focus on the space right in front of you on your mat. Take 2 full inhales and exhales at your pace to cleanse and to get prepared. And then let's all exhale together. And breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale nice and slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Regular breath here. In and out. After the exhale, we go again. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slow exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale normal. Exhale normal. We'll do one more cycle together. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And continue with your regular breath here. Sometimes with the 4-7-8, you might feel a little bit lightheaded with the breath retention, holding on to the breath. That's okay. Maybe you notice something different in this space. Maybe you're ready to get moving. You can do that here too. Wherever you are, you can blink your eyes open. I'm going to get into the hips as promised. So, butterfly is where we're going to go. You can also do V shape of the legs if that's more comfortable for you. You know that you've always got that bolster here to bring the floor closer to you, is what the yogis say. So you could use that as you fold, or maybe you don't want that today. What I want you to do first is sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, and then when you bend, start at your hips. And then pause wherever you start to feel it, maybe in the hips, maybe lower back, maybe legs. And then just hold it there. Let's all sit up straight and get into it one more time together. Breathe in, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, folding at the hips here. Maybe this time you tuck the chin towards the chest. Little space here at the top of the spine. You find that holding yourself up in your fold is a little too active for you. Definitely try to get that bolster here and let yourself relax. Sometimes in this one, using your arms as a prop is good to help find a less active posture. And then let's come up to a tall seat. First twist here, we're gonna reach the arms up, breathe in nice and tall. Towards the right side of the room, we're gonna twist open, arms wide to a T, and then let them fall wherever they fall. Sitting up nice and tall, maintaining your breath. We're here for 2. 1 more breath. Exhale back through center. Arms up with your breath in. Exhale towards the other side of the room. Arms come wide and then let them fall. 2 full breaths in and out here, your pace. Come back through center here. Bring the knees toward one another, soles of the feet to the ground. Come back on the wrist just for a moment. 2 windshield wiper the knees side to side. All right. Now extend your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to bend the right knee first. Take that right foot, maybe cross it over the leg. And then we're going to just sit up nice and tall here. Open up through the shoulders. Sometimes with this, we find that the shoulders come forward. Try to roll them back. Good. Stay here if this feels good. If you want to twist just as we did in the other shape, I invite you to breathe in, arms up. And then exhale, turn to your right. Mirror me. Maybe that front arm hooks on the front knee, maybe not. And then we're here for 2 full breaths in and out. Take your time. Let's do 1 more just for good taste. And slowly come back through center. Both legs long, forward fold here. Maybe tuck the chin. Maybe wiggle through the toes. Maybe point, maybe flex. Just a couple moments in this space. Breathe in. And breathe out. Settle in just a little deeper. And inhale, come up to a tall spine. Left knee is going to bend this time. Left knee crosses over the straight leg. Sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders open and back. Crown of the head to the sky. Stay here if this feels good. If you want to breathe in, arms up. And exhale towards your left. Maybe that right arm hooks onto the knee. Maybe just rest there. We'll take 3 cycles of breath, just as we did on the other side. After you exhale, let's come back through center, legs long once more. Find that forward fold. Maybe try something different. Maybe this time you point the toes. If last time you flexed, maybe the opposite. Two options for this next shape we're going to get into. More in the hips. Deer pose is what's called. We got lots of animals today. I promise that wasn't really intentional, but animals are all over in yoga. So we're gonna, figure 4 is the second option for this. So if this is good, you know that's where it's gonna be. We're gonna start with the right leg bent. If you wanna try something different, keep that right leg bent, bring it in front of you on the mat, and then the left leg is gonna sweep behind you. However that works, however it looks, all bodies are different day to day. So if you try this, your left glute might be a little bit lifted off the mat, so bringing the hands to the earth, press down, lift up, and then sit your sit back down. Maybe that evens it out. How we feel? Cool. Stay here if this was good. You might be feeling a lot in that front left hip flexor. Might be feeling a lot in the booty. Maybe you want to fold forward, and you can do that here too. Bolsters are awesome for these deep hip fingers. One more breath here. If you're folded forward, slowly bring yourself back upright. We're gonna kick the legs in front of us and windshield wiper them to kind of release anything through the hips. So swing them around. Maybe you have the fingertips pointing towards the body this time for a little bit of a forearm wrist stretch. Okay. And let's go ahead and do that on the other side. If you did figure four, this time the left ankle is going to hook onto the right knee. If you did deer, we'll bring that left knee in front, right leg sweeps back. Again, this time the right hip might be a little more lifted than the other, so you can press the hands into the mat, lift up, settle yourself down. This side might feel totally different. For me, this side is a little bit tighter, so make adjustments as necessary. Use your props, and then if you'd like to, you can fold forward. Again, on this side. Maintain a nice full breath. If you feel as if you're not able to take a full inhale here, maybe come a little bit out of that fold, giving your belly and lungs a little bit more space to breathe. Couple of breaths here. Out. And on your inhale, slowly begin to come upright. Again, we're going to sweep those legs out in front of us. So sorry about ring central. And then go ahead and windshield wiper those knees side to side. The next couple postures are going to be seated. So however seated is comfortable for you. I'm going to kick back into, it's called broken toe, because kind of like you're breaking your toes here, but wearing shoes, wearing our winter boots, all that, those tiny little muscles on the bottom of our feet get really cramped up. So if you want to stretch those toes a little bit here, you can sit up tall with me. Just an option. If at any time that's a little much, you can flip to the tops of your feet or come onto your seat. Your choice. Okay, so from here, don't forget about the pinky toes. Bring those in. We're going to sweep the arms up overhead, breathe in nice and tall. Now I can see you. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Here, I'll do, you guys mirror me. Right arm up. Left arm is going to come down here. And then on the back line of the body, we're going to bend the elbows so the hands come toward one another. They do not need to touch here. If you've got crazy long arms like me, it works for my anatomy to kind of hook the fingers, but we're really just driving the left or the right elbow up, left elbow in towards the spine. Sometimes in this shape, maybe we hinge forward or backward, trying to connect the fingers. Be mindful of that tall, long spine, and then bring the elbows into play. Breathe in. Keep the right arm as it is. Release the left arm. We're going to bring that one up top to the right elbow. And there we go. Just a gentle hold here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let it go. Look out through the shoulders. All right, you know where we're going. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Except this time, no, I have to do that so you can mirror me. Okay, left arm sweeps up. right arm down, left elbow bends, right elbow bends. There we are. Again, we're sitting up nice and tall, long spine. Elbows are magnetized towards midline. Full breath. One more breath in. Exhale. Keep the left hand where it is. Right arm drops down, swings up and over, grabbing onto that left elbow. Maybe a little tricep tension here. Breath in. And breath out, let the arms go. Roll out through the wrists, through the shoulders. I'm gonna flip to the tops of my feet here for this next little shape. A little more shoulder and chest. Inhale, spring the arms out wide like you're giving the biggest hug in the room. Right arm is gonna go on top here as you cross, give yourself a hug. Bringing the elbows up to shoulder height-ish. Stay here if this feels good. Maybe if you want a little eagle arm bind, we bring the forearms toward one another. Wrap the hands. There you go. Awesome. Find a nice full breath here, and maybe feel it on the back side of the body between the shoulder blades. One more breath in, nice and tall. And as you exhale, pull the elbows toward midline, just a small little roll towards the middle. Inhale, come up, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, let them float down. All right. Inhale, arms wide to a T, left arm on top this time. Give yourself a hug. Stay here if this feels good. Or maybe you find that bind here, bringing the elbows in, forearms toward one another. Get on the spine. This side might be a little more difficult for some. That's okay. Left to right, we are different. Find your breath. One more breath in. Exhale, gentle curl towards the middle, elbows towards the belly, chin towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, let them flow to the sides. Hands come to little tents here. Drop the right ear towards the right elbow, or right shoulder and elbow. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And then we're going to come on to our backs. Whatever's comfortable for you. Take your time getting down. Have your bolster near-ish by. We're going to use it in a few moments, but until we get there, just get close. As you recline onto your back and it's comfortable to you, bring both knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe the lower back lifts just a little bit off of the ground, giving a little stretch there. Maybe find some movement, rocking side to side or rolling along the length of the spine. Take a breath in, pull the knees close to the chest. And as you exhale, let the left leg go long. Keep the right knee in towards the chest. That left foot can come to the ground if that feels good. Or maybe continue stretching it long here. Find your breath. And notice where in your body you feel this. Maybe the left hip flexor. Maybe your right leg. Maybe not much here. Stay here if this feels good. We're going to transition into a supine twist. So take that right knee and gently glide it across the body, across the spine, and then you can bring that bolster underneath the right knee if that's comfortable as you twist. And then breathe here for a few moments. As I mentioned earlier, in a different shape, if you're not able to feel yourself taking a full breath in here, maybe you come a little bit out of your twist. That's okay. The breath is more important than the look. Breathe in. Exhale, gently guide the right knee back across the body. Left knee comes in. Maybe you rock and roll a little bit here if anything feels good. Maybe you get right into the other side, extending the right leg, keeping the left knee in, and finding your variation or your shape on this side. Stay here if this feels nice, or find that twist, gently guiding the left knee across the body through midline on the right side here. Grab that bolster on the other side if that felt good. And then just let yourself rest. Big inhales, gentle exhales. Breathe in. Exhale, come back through midline, bringing both knees to the chest just once more. Give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side if that feels good. And then flatten both feet to the earth. Take the right ankle, hook it over the left. We're going to get into figure 4 for just a second. Stay here if this feels good, feet on the ground, or maybe bring the left leg up, grabbing onto maybe back of the thigh, right shin, or front of the left knee. We're not here for too long, just really work deep into that hip muscle with your breath. One more full breath in. And on your exhale, release the legs. Switch them out here. Left ankle, right knee. Any kind of point to grasp on, maybe front of the knee, left shin, right thigh, and breathe here. Go ahead and release that on this side. Long body stretch here from the top of the fingertips to the bottom of the toes. Roll out through the wrists, through the ankles. And then I love a little banana asana, so walk the feet to the right side of your mat. Think getting into a shape of a banana here. No more animals, now we're on the fruits. Wrists come off the right side of the mat, long curvature to the left side of the body, and just breathe here. Big breath in. And exhale, go ahead and travel to the other side of your mat, nice and slow. Find a similar sensation here, getting that curvature on the right side, and then a big breath. And then exhale to settle. Come back through center. Stretch nice and long. Roll out through the wrists, through the ankles. And any other movement that you'd like here. This is the final shape of our practice. If you'd like to stay here flat in Shavasana, it's a wonderful option. I always like to offer a supported fish pose as well to end out. So if you'd like to get into that little chest heart opener, Bring that bolster to the base of your spine, and then go ahead and roll back onto the bolster. Your knees can stay bent or can go long, does not matter here. Find a breath that supports you. Doesn't have to focus on anything, any counting. Know that in this space, your only job is just to release. I'm on the time for a few more moments. As you continue in this shape with just a nice calm breath, I want you to bring your attention to your heart space. Just bringing awareness there. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to commit to yourself, your practice, trying something new, hanging out with somebody, or whatever it is that brought you here. I'm grateful that we were able to share this time together and share this space together. May there be peace in the mind, strength in the body, and love in the heart. Namaste. And stay in your shape for a few more moments if you will. We are right at 12:45 though. I wish we had all the rest of the day. But if you're ready to move on. Thank you.